Now, I do love a little experiment in my bread machine. If you've not seen the video, I've tried it with bacon and cheese, so check that out if you fancy it. Today I've decided, instead of adding sugar to the recipe, I'm going to add some honey instead. So if you want to see how that works and how that looks, then please stick around to the end of the video. Now, from an ingredients point of view, it's the usual suspects you'd expect to find when making a loaf of bread in the bread machine. We've got the flour, some room temperature water, butter. I like to use sea salt. We have some instant yeast. And instead of sugar today, we have some honey. Now, every bread machine manual will tell you to add the ingredients in a certain order. So if you're following along, just follow the instructions from your particular model of bread machine and add in the order that they suggest. Now, for my Panasonic bread machine, that order is instant yeast first, followed by the flour. Then where we'd usually add the sugar, we're now adding the honey. And I've got about a quarter of a jar of honey left here, so I'm just freeballing it and using the rest of the jar. And it's time for the butter to go into the mix, followed by the sea salt, and last but not least, the water. The pan then goes back into the bread machine. Now, on my Panasonic machine, this particular recipe for honey bread actually has its own program mode. So you'll see I've changed the mode there from 1 to 7, and we're going for a large loaf. So once those settings have been locked in, just press start.
5 hours later.
Now, for me, the smell of a freshly baked loaf of bread is right up there with freshly ground coffee and a Sunday roast. Well, this is a lovely looking loaf of bread, I hear you say. What does it taste like? Well, let's find out, shall we? Now, I know I'll get comments to say, don't cook your bread whilst it's hot. You need to leave it for at least an hour. And you're right. I know you're right. I can feel it on my hands. I'm burning my hands whilst I'm carving the loaf, and you can see the steam coming out. But it's freshly baked bread. Who waits for an hour? I want that butter to be melting onto the hot bread, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm so sorry if you're watching this late at night and this is making you hungry, but this loaf turned out so good. It was like a homemade brioche. Really wasn't expecting it to be so sweet. Maybe I should have been. I added quite a lot of honey, but this was an absolute success. So I'll definitely be making this one again. Just remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end. I'd be ever so grateful if you could consider subscribing to my little channel here. Please stay tuned. I have so many more videos lined up and in the pipeline that will be released relatively soon. Goodbye for now.